And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Slot receiver headed left. Now on 2nd and 10. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route, and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie from Michigan. And the Bears are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next? Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Has the connection to Odunze. And he'll... yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Blown back gets the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They give it to him again. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. You got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Escapes out to the left. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hits his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap now to Young. Tried connecting with Pitts there, but it's intercepted. Jabril Peppers with the pick. And the Bears take over on his 5th interception of the season. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not taking anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front. And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT.
2nd down and 10, Fields. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Fields looking to throw. And there's a Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Packers. Young on the play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey. So second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This our last play of the quarter. A second down throw for Young. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. These two NFC North teams have played one. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have it 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Young. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Christian Harris picks it off. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Play action, Fields. Working the sideline, that's Odunze. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's good for us Chicago Bears.
Trying to run in, Harris. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal.
Touchdown, Chicago! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Young. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Young working from the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Still sticking with the passing game. Brought in close to the 8. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Young to throw here on 3rd. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Young throwing here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. 'Cause 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 And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Finds McConkey. And he drives this forward to the 6. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Packers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 on the play, partner. That pushes them a whole lot closer. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Young on 3rd and goal. It's a Green Bay touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it at the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finding Pearsall. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Packers take over as he records the 40th interception of his career.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Slot man in motion left. Young on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. Has him on a quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. He's going deep this time. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. Man in motion here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Off play action, it's Fields. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Chicago brings out the punting unit. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Young. Pitts brings it in. And he's out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Gets this to McConkey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Able to get it to Reed. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Out of the gun, Young. He puts some air under it, deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Into the hands of Pitts. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Young. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left with 4th down here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's Carter on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Option design here. And they had that one contained right at the line. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece, and he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it. Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory, best kickers always have, and convert the next time around.
They'll run here on 1st down. Still working past the 40. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Young working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 now. He'll get this complete to Pitts. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers making a 9-point advantage. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Chooses to bring this one out. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Fields to throw it. Hits his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play good for 17 and the first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap to Fields. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had the balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Fields to throw. Take it in on the right side by Pearsall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. Right up the gut. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
He's got Andrews. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Young. He finds McConkey. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They'll run it from the gun. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Packers holding on to a field goal lead. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. A lot of mess on the move here. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Defense is all over this one for a big loss. The Bears decide to call their first timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
They'll run now on second down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and in what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.